Miami, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go through the rain here in Jacksonville. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Moving left, he'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And the Panthers will take over here just past the 30. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers.
McMillan, the man in motion. On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Another run here with Hubbard. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jags offense ready for their 2nd possession. That's to Hunter. He's got it on the right side. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence Gives this one to Etienne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Once again, it's Etienne. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Forced out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he's in. What a drop. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So, Greg, here come the Panthers. You know this franchise so well. What an interesting stretch last year. 2 wins 2 years ago. Bryce Young now turned around with 5 wins. But maybe more than the record last year, the momentum that you felt from the Panthers at season's end.
I'll tell you, if you would have said the season was going to end with the hope and the energy around that Panthers organization that it did, I think people would have thought you were crazy. Bryce Young's rookie year, obviously up and down. Early on in year 2 last year, he gets benched. And then only because of an Andy Dalton freak car accident, he finds himself back in the lineup. And he plays the best ball of his young career. That looked like Alabama Heisman Trophy quarterback Bryce Young. So the entire narrative around Carolina has changed. They're no longer searching for their quarterback at the moment. Continue to build talent around him. They went wide receiver with their 1st-round pick. Continue to support Bryce Young and continue to add pieces on defense. They're not quite ready to contend yet, but they're a lot closer now than they were a year ago.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Young. Over the middle. He's got Leggett. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
At the 49-yard line.
Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. They go play action for Lawrence. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
This fielded inside the 35. And you'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Off the play fake. Here's Young. A throw there. Caught. Finally get it. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
On the give is Hubbard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Formation for Carolina.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They face 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. 2nd and 7. The Jaguars with the ball. Quarter number 2 begins. 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. Jaguars ready to punt this one away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it. You know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or 2 away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
It's a loss of a yard.
2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
A gain of
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
For a Jaguars.
Now, ETN. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
They'll run once more with ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
No gain on the play. Brings up
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, here's ETN. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run. It's ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. Move those chains.
They'll go back to ETN on first down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Now Lawrence. He'll try to hit him with a screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Okay, he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. A 2nd down throw for Young. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Young. On the run to the right. They'll try and get there on the ground. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And the Panther first down.
There's a handoff to Hubbard. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
Taken down at the 33.
A good spot here. Second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
To throw is Young. He's got the first-round pick, Tannerella McMillan. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Throwing is Young. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Complete to number 18. It's a pickup of 6.
Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate. And Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll.
The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafting at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule. And that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And, Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier, #1 overall, got a big new contract, and we've seen him play franchise quarterback-level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Devon Hamilton up for the stop. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He finds the big tight end, Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. On the give, it's Hubbard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the Jaguars' 48.
On second down, Young. That's taken in by McMillan. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Now Young. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. No return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. At the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference that if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped it. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
For the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can go out breaking our tie. We're even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Panther first down.
On the ground, this is Hubbard. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Here's Young to throw. That one complete to Lee Getz. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. It is picked up by the rookie safety.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And he'll move it out of harm's way gain 3 up to the 4-yard line. Second down, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
Yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The 38-yard line. Brings up third down.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with first and 10.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
The RPO, that's out to McMillan. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Here comes Hubbard on a toss to the right. Finding room across midfield. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 32-yard line.
A gain of 33 yards on the play.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 6. They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On the handoff, it's Etienne. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Run the toss here to Etienne. And a good across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
10 more yards.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. To throw is Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll take this one in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Panthers 13.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Young. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Leggett in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Work to do. The crowd helping the defense. 3rd down and 9. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. McMillan comes in motion. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hubbard. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Taken down back at the 42.
Tremble comes in motion. He'll drop to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Panthers.
Now this looks like a design run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here comes 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd
out of the shotgun. Young.
39-yard line.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Here is 1st and goal. They'll run with Hubbard. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Brown now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for a Jaguars.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. Now timeout to Jacksonville. Their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
17-yard line.
Now Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Man, it's Thomas. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Jaguars.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They'll stop it here, despite coming with 26 seconds remaining. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to force overtime. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.